3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour. Liftoff on Apollo 11.
No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind or more...
I always thought this was interesting about Wernher von Braun, someone that's a rocket scientist, supposedly all about space and going to the moon and trying to get to other planets, writing a book about going to Mars. Talk about that in a second also. Check it out, here's his tombstone. Now look at that Bible verse. This is what the Bible verse means. It's talking about a firmament, enclosed dome, a system which you can't get out of, so you can't get to these other places. Why else would they put that on his tombstone? I mean, damn, would they even go to the extent of lying about getting to different planets? Nah, would our own government do that?
Although we weren't able to shatter that highest, hardest glass ceiling this time, thanks to you, it's got about 18 million cracks in it. And it may be hard to see tonight, but we are all standing under a glass ceiling right now. And the light is shining through like never before.
Nah, they wouldn't do that. They love us. I mean, they got cures for cancer and all the different diseases they've created. And won't give us those, but they'll give us that shot for free. They love us. I don't know. They lie about it? A lot of evidence is there. A lot of evidence.
Was such an excellent photographer. See, I was walking along like this, and he said, "Hey, stop." So I stopped and looked at him, and he took the picture right away. And you can see parts, well, you can identify that I was just still moving a little bit. But people asked me because it's so well staged, and we call it the visor picture. Well staged, and we call it the visor picture. Well staged, and we call it the visor picture. Visor picture, because the reflection in the visor will show the landing craft, and it'll show the white-suited astronaut, Neil, that took the picture. And you can see my shadow moving out. So we call that the visor picture.
If AI has a goal and humanity just happens to be in the way, it will destroy humanity as a matter of course, without even thinking about it. No hard feelings. It's just like if we're building a road and an anthill happens to be in the way, we don't hate ants. We're just building a road. And so goodbye anthill.
I don't think most people understand just how quickly machine intelligence is advancing. It's much faster than almost anyone realizes, even within Silicon Valley, and certainly outside Silicon Valley, people really have no idea. If there's a super intelligent, particularly if it's engaged in recursive self-improvement, if there's some digital super intelligence, and
we are super excited to be a part of the Roadster's billion-year journey through the solar system. 10, 9, 8, so booster ignition. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. Ignition.
man just cruising along with the blue planet, and how long will we be getting live news view from the card?
Well, I think it looks so ridiculous and impossible. And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake, honestly. We'd have way better CGI if it was fake. And, you know, the colors all look kind of weird in space. There's no atmospheric inclusion.
They're casting spells on us, hexes. That's why on TV we have, for a movie, for the role, they find the cast, and your everyday programming and news is the broadcast. It's all about spells and magic, which is really magnetism. So them being able to manipulate magnetism through light and the lighting on the TVs, different frequencies and things, sending signals right to your brain to keep you in the hex, keep you in the spell. I used to think the hand symbolism with the 6 just means obviously 6 or 666 with the 3 that they do, but it's even deeper than that, because think about it, a 6 is a hexagram, symbolizes Saturn, but the 6 is a hexagram. A hex is a spell. That's why you got the 6s everywhere in your face. Them teasing you with it, letting you know that you're under a spell. Stay asleep, stay watching, stay programmed. A lot of times you'll see things predicted in movies, or what, you know, they want you to think it's just predicting. It's not them predicting, it's all a part of their magic and their rituals that they do. This shit's all laid out for a long time. Like this book, 1950s, about a guy named Elon. So it's not that they're predicting it. It's Elon's a part of these families. He's a part of these elite bloodlines, if you want to even call them that. Without the illusion of power, individually, they're nothing. But anyways, it's not that they're predicting it. It's that these bloodlines have this shit written out, and it's a plan that they're following. Just like another video I'm doing about Trump, in a book that was written in the 1800s about Trump being the last president. So when 2024 comes back around, everyone is praying for Trump to get back in. But, you know, you don't even realize you're voting for him to get back in as revelations unfolding. Even this guy's name is shady. If you break down his name, well, first of all, it sounds a lot like alien, Elon, but also El is another term used for God, or Saturn is El, or Elohim, and then On is another way to say it, you know, a star. Like that's why in the cars we got OnStar. Yeah, I usually can find out and trace, you know, lineage and bloodlines, and find out who's related to who, as far as royal bloodlines and kings, and figure out what families and what names they used to go under. But for Elon, I can't really. I mean, I see his grandfather's name is different, and he had something to do with communism in Canada back in the day. This guy. I actually added this right here towards the end of the edit. So his grandfather, his name was Haldeman. So I was looking up his coat of arms, Haldeman's coat of arms. That's how these guys hide what families they're connected to, through symbols. So Another coincidence, Haldeman's coat of arms. Look at that rose. Same as the Orsini coat of arms, which is also the pentagram. Definitely not coincidence. And then also look at the bottom, the owl. Now you see Drake with, supposedly means wisdom, right? The same owl that's on the dollar bill. You see a lot of Hollywood with the owl. It's Moloch, Saturn worship. And the Orsinis, the Great Pope, #1 guy, #1 family in the Vatican. They've long list of popes have been Orsini, and they also go under other names, obviously. Looks like Haldeman's one of them. Bergs, so Rosenberg, Warburg, Schwarzenberg, which is Soros, Schwarzenegger. Hiding in plain sight. You could connect the dots. It's right here. The Pope that we have in right now, his first 4 letters, I believe they start with Berg. Coincidence. Listen, at the end of the day, we don't know for sure either way. But one thing for sure you do know is that all these things add up and dots connect for a reason. You're supposed to see them, you're supposed to connect them. You're supposed to wake up. I was trying to do some more research on him and see if, because a lot of times they change their names so you don't realize they all come from the same, you could call them the 13 Illuminati families. They used to be called the Saturnia bloodlines, and but now they changed their names so many times, people don't even connect the dots on who they really are, because I think the Roman Empire families have been dissolved, but all they really did is start interbreeding and breeding with people from all, the top people from different countries. So they have their families and positions of power in all the different countries. The only couple that they don't are probably the ones that we got the legitimate beefs with. It's because they don't want to kneel down. They know what's going on. So on our news and media, of course, they try to program people, and do program most. Let's talk about that space car, the Tesla. So I remember when that Tesla, I was actually outside seeing it going across the sky. Thought it was a UFO, didn't really know what I was looking at. But damn sure didn't look like no car. But after a few years of seeing, looking at videos and like checking shit out, I mean, it's pretty obvious that whatever, I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I know they're faking it. And it wasn't no damn car flying through space. I mean, that's a test to see how stupid people are, I think. But I think he's an important part of the puzzle, Elon, is with the technology, which is really just Tesla's technology. And then they take the name, and he's the front man to represent all the different, things going on right now with AI. And, I think without even them saying, he's a big part of this, the metaverse thing happening as well, because Starlink, I'm sure, whatever that is playing a part of it. I think it's more something with frequency. Ultimately, they'll be able to control our thoughts, just from a flip of a switch. I think it all ties in actually as well to Project Bluebeam, which if you do, you could do your own research on that. Here's a little bit of info on it right here. But basically, it's projecting images in the sky so they could fake, which they most likely eventually are, gonna fake an alien invasion. So it's very possible that what they have Elon doing is he's going to be the guy, to pull it off. And that's why one of the main reasons they killed William Cooper in 2001, which he wrote Behold the Pale Horse, one of my favorite books. In that book, Bill Cooper talks a lot about martial law and all the things in the precursors and everything we're actually seeing right now. But one of the other main things was because he was in the Navy and he was showing some alien technology or aliens, and whatever he's seen, he was smart enough to think that because he wasn't a part of, he wasn't the higher up echelons of the military, so he thought they showed it to him purposely so he would spread the information of whatever it is he's seen. But in the book, he believed that they were going to fake an alien invasion. That's the end goal. And they killed him a couple months later. Well, before that, he was exposing the Twin Towers. A couple months later, the Twin Towers went down. And then I think like 2-3 months after that, in 2001, they took him out. It was a gunfight, him against the police. And he said that's the only way he's ever going to go out. And that's damn sure exactly what they did to him. For a while, I was starting to believe that we're in a simulation, or we are a simulation. Just our life as it is here. But after a little deeper study and everything, man, especially seeing what's going on right now with Facebook, Zuckerberg, which is a Rockefeller, with the metaverse, and the symbols that they use for it, which are ancient symbols, just like all the symbols they use. It all ties into what Elon's doing, and it's not so much that we are a simulation, but they're creating a simulation. If not, we're already inside one from their creation, but they're just trying everything they can to take us away from the source, and the source in our mind, the connection that we have to the creator, the creating energy, the force, whatever it is, whoever it is. They're trying to take that away and have everyone on the same consciousness. That's what all the delta waves and all the different, supposedly we got all these hundreds or thousands of satellites all flying around and shit. Whatever it is, I think it has something to do with them controlling the airwaves. A lot of these musicians were plants as well, and I used to see the symbolism when I was a kid, but didn't understand why they were doing it or what everything really meant. Just like Blink-182 now is like working with the government to release alien documents, and they're really just, the little rich kids of these high up elite families. So it's interesting too with his company. So the airways. You gotta study maritime law, because these families, these royal bloodlines, were the Roman Empire, Rome, man. They were pirates before they were banking and church, and controlling everything the way they do now. And that's why the word breakdown is unbelievable with bank, even what a bank is. When they were pirates and they were stealing everybody's shit, they were putting it on banks, which are little piece of land out there in the middle of the water. It's a bank. And then currency, all these words come from maritime. It's crazy. I wouldn't put it past these demons that they would hit us with nukes and then blame it on the asteroids, or blame it on little, rock fragments that came in and hit everywhere. Just knowing how bad they want to take us out. Seems like every 100 years or so there's a huge kill, a huge population wipeout. And that's not by accident. 1600, 1700, 1800, 1900, and then now 2019. Definitely not by chance. So we either get too smart technology-wise, or just too many people in their eyes, and too many people wake up to what they're doing, and the program is not working, and they have to wipe them out. And that's exactly what's happening right now.
And this series of replacements isn't about this is black and this white, this is male and this female, this is rich and this poor, this is chaos and this
Control.
Now that you understand that, what you really need to know is this. Life on this earth, all human life, most animal life, is about to be crushed, burned to the ground. The computer simulator down the hall is necessary for our evolution as a species. When we leave this planet, this life will have evolved into that. Of the hundreds of extraordinary minds uploaded into that world, the only one that figured out it was living in a computer simulation had 7 billion choices. And the one person Langley reached out to was you.
Oh.
And to think my company advised killing you. But now that you are once again in front of me and aware of the simulation, I believe you won't want to destroy it. Not when you understand the good it's doing. Its reason for being is to advance life, not end it.
If I were to change my course of action and terminate my father, would I be able to upload to the simulation? And could Agent Scully be with me?
It won't be her. And it won't be you. We can upload a mind now through any smartphone. No one's even aware we're doing it. We can take a piece of your mind anytime you make a call. Painless. 2 hours.
Painless, except we have to die.
One of our best incentives here is that you and loved ones don't ever die.
So if you upload me through my phone, I don't really have a choice.
Sure you do. You could not use your phone.
But don't get me wrong, I want to believe. But I would just like to see.
Very few of it.
They don't want to see me rise, now they want to see me fall. They praying for my demise. Through these eyes I can see like a crystal ball. They all fake, acting tough. When it's time to cross the line, we calling bluffs. We all stars out here trying to shine. They're trying to blind our mind with these frequencies. Now they unleashing the beast in me. seen an amazing video by this guy from Belgium, which is, his name is here, right here. So I've been thinking more about them not predicting things, you know, because of their bloodlines, and it's been written, so they're just following this story. I mean, they are following the story, but it's even deeper than that. I've been thinking about that. They're not predicting it, but they're also manipulating time. So the other morning I woke up and had this thought to watch, just look for it on YouTube, you know. Ninja Turtles, the old school. It's my favorite, one of my favorites when I was a kid. They dropped a lot of knowledge though in there. Now that I'm an adult, being able to look back at it, and, you know, knowing the symbols and blatant anyways, just from what they're saying. But so season 2, episode 6 popped in my head. Crazy, because it's about the same thing that I'm looking into. So you know, the metaverse and how Tesla and it all ties in, and they're altering or changing events. And I'm gonna link down this other crazy video, like mind-blowing. If you can get into this kind of thing, it's mind-blowing. But my question is, are they physically changing things, or are they just changing? They've figured out, just like the movie Inception, they figured out how to get inside of our thoughts, inside of our dreams, which is crazy to think about, but I know they're capable and evil enough. And that makes sense when they say before things happen that they're not predicting it, you know. So it's not just them following the script. It's planned for a long time ahead. But at the same time, if all these things already happen, then it is very simulation-like. Like I said, they've just already, with CERN a couple years ago, and what they're doing now, it's basically a big hadron collider underground. It's a supercomputer. So they're doing, who knows really what they're actually doing. But all these crazy things going on right now. I guess we'll see how the movie plays out.
Someone must have altered the program on us.
Side, he will be majoring in neuroscience. His goals are to become a researcher and to make scientific discoveries. It's a good start. In personal life, he enjoys playing soccer and strategy games.
Test.
He won't let you show unless you can hear.
Really? Oh, okay. Well, the lab I work in is the Computational Neurobiology Lab, or CNL for short. CNL is very computer-oriented. Basically, everybody who works in CNL does programming of some sort. One division of the lab, called M-Cell, does mathematical models of the cell, such as that picture there. There's also computer simulations of hippocampal functions and neural network firings. And the knowledge that's gained is then made available to the public and the scientific community through the web. My mentor, John Jacobson, who works in CNL, is a philosophical type of guy. He's interested in how we perceive reality, specifically grapheme perception. And graphemes are basically just letters of the alphabet. And he wants to know how graphemes are mediated in spatial frequency channels. He also studies subjective experience, which is what takes place inside the mind, as opposed to the external world. I've carried on his work in dealing with subjective experience. I've done it through Flash programming. Flash is set up to make movies. There's a timeline, which is on the top there. And within the timeline, there are layers, and layers give the movie order and structure. And within the layers, there are frames, and text, images, and code can be placed in the frames to make the movie do things. And my main task was to write code. And I was writing code to show how our perception of causality can be tricked. And a major way humans learn is through action and effect relationships. And to simulate this on a computer, we have a key press as an action, and effect is the appearance of an image. And actions and effects have logical progressions through time. That is, effects proceed or seem simultaneous with the actions that cause them, unless we have a temporal order judgment reversal, which I just call the illusion. And in the illusion, the effect seems to precede the action that it causes. So subjectively, you're causing events to happen in the past. And to implement this illusion, we insert a series of gradual delays in between the actions and the effects. So we'd have a key press, and then a 10 millisecond delay, and then an image appearing, and then a key press, and then 20 millisecond, and then an image appears. And we keep doing this over and over again. And it would increase up to around 200 milliseconds. And we do this gradual delay incrementations to adapt the person to modify their perception of time. And then after we modify their perception of time, we completely remove the delay, and this causes the time illusion. And potential applications for this illusion are in reducing car accidents. And it might be possible to increase the reaction times of drivers. Also, another application is in the entertainment industry, like video games. And my mentor came up with the video game one, not me. So.
Welcome back to continuing coverage of our top story. Here's a recap of the events of the last 8 hours. As seen here in our exclusive footage caught on home video, a blinding flash lit up downtown and surrounding areas, apparently projected into space. The origin of the flash was the TCRI building, where senior correspondent Alex Carlin is standing by.
Yes, Dwight, the scene here is tense in front of the still silent TCRI building. What the? It's happening again! What in the name of... Is this the vanguard of some alien invasion? Or is this the end of life as we know it?
What are they?
They call themselves Ultrons, and their story is inextricably interwoven with our own. The ooze that originally mutated us all was a byproduct of their experiments with this transmat device.
So, the chemical makeup of the ooze is caused by the interdimensional shift of non-essential subatomic particles. But where were we transported? How did we wind up back here? And what now?
All will be explained. First, there's some business to take care of. Beam these intruders back to their original coordinates.
Yes, sir.
Master Splinter, this is Dr. Honeycutt.
I must apologize for my present condition. This mechanical body was the result of a
amount of trouble in the 8 hours they've been gone.
8 hours? We were gone 3 weeks. Perhaps I can explain. The exigencies of interdimensional travel affect not only the basic laws of three-dimensional space, but the fluidity of temporal mechanics as well.
That is so cool!
Yeah, if it made any sense at all!
What the heck is going on here? My friends, let there be no more secrets between us.
I'm back!
I've seen this movie. We're, not gonna have anything burst out of our chests, are we?
This is the Oracle Pod Chamber, where our race assumes its highest state of communion, where many minds enter into oneness by sharing life experience. Inside these pods, you will be able to share the story of our lives.
You know, I can't think of one science fiction movie where a pod has been a good thing.
All will be explained. Please, enter the pods.
Easy. Fascinating. A little off the top, please.
Prepare yourselves to become one with the sacred memories of the Utroms.
Amazing! Technically, this is only happening in our minds, and we're all sharing the experience simultaneously. Whoa, dude! We're on an Utrom starship!
Your blessing, honored navigators?
Your course is straight and true, through the vastness of space and time.
This is all Utrom history. It's already happened. We're just experiencing it in our minds. It's like watching a movie in our heads. But it all seems so real. Whoa, what's happening? If it's a movie, maybe we're cutting to the next scene.
The security precautions are pitiful. You will never hold me.
We have finally recaptured you after 100-year search. We're not about to lose the most ruthless criminal the universe has ever known.
I will escape, and you will all perish.
Remember, this is all a memory, an illusion. Tell that to my stomach.
What's happening?
I don't understand. Something has gone horribly wrong.
Oh dear. Michelangelo's vital signs. They're going critical.
This is Stockman.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Someone must have altered the program on us.